The last time that we played, we found out that one of the probes was able to find the eye of the universe, and we actually got the coordinates. I don't know how to read them, but I did see in our logs right here that the statue in the probe tracking module automatically records each probe's trajectory and transmits the data to the Ash Twin project. So my thought is, I'd like to see what's in the Ash Twin project, because I think if I head over here, it says Ash Twin Towers, and if we take a look at that, it's pointing at the sun station. So I kind of feel like if I go back to the Ash Twin, figure out how to get in the Ash Twin project, it might even lead me to the sun station. And that'd be really, really cool, because I have many questions about that place. And we're going to head on over to the Ash Twin, and then we're going to see if we can't figure out how to get inside, because apparently there's many secrets inside, and it's been holding out on me. It's been holding the heck out on me, and I'm pretty sure it's this guy right here. Yep, there it is, Ash Twin. I admit I've spent more time on the Ember Twin than I have the Ash Twin, so maybe if we pay attention to it a little bit more, we might see something special, right? It looks pretty, I'll admit, nondescript. And kind of an interesting one is that I'm not seeing that big hourglass sand double douche coming out of it, slamming into the Ember Twin. I'm not too sure. I see one sort of, I guess, I think I tried to land on this before, and it didn't lead me inside. It seemed to eject me. And if I look at the opposite side, is there another hole? Yep, there's another one over there. So do they both eject you out of the Ash Twin instead of actually making it where you might, oh boy, instead of actually allowing you to land and go inside? I'm curious if one side is like, I'm going to go inside of the Ash Twin, and the other side is I'm going to exit the Ash Twin. But if I look even at the movement here, like, I'm not getting sucked out, I'm getting repelled. So if I look at the movement of this force, I don't know what you would call that, like the force field projector, it's projecting outward. So I can't, doesn't really seem like I can go inside there. Now, if I just stay in landing mode, well, first of all, I'm noticing some kind of a feature here. What is that? That looks interesting. Actually, let's check that out. This looks like a buried solar panel. Oh, it's being exposed. Interesting. Is this like something where when I look at it, is it coming out, or is the sand level receding? I'm wondering if as we're orbiting the Ember Twin, it's dumping sand out on the Ember Twin, and therefore the sand levels are receding. I don't think this is coming out of the Ash Twin. I think the sand level is going down. That having been said, I don't know what to do with this. I guess if I wait long enough, I'll find out what this is. I feel like the sand level's going down. Like that whole Ash Twin's getting smaller, because look at that in the distance. Oh, stuff's being exposed. Look at that. Wild. You know what this actually makes me want to do? If over time the sands recede far enough, it makes me want to go somewhere where I can just doze off at the campfire. But I don't know, this is moving pretty fast. They really look like solar panels or solar cells or something. I remember in some of the logs, it seemed to indicate that the Ash Twin project was incredibly resource intensive, and that getting into the core of the Ash Twin was a real shenanigans. Ah, look at that. Look at that in the distance. There's a matching one. It almost looks like this thing. So is this what we're looking at? Is that what's going to get exposed? Sure looks like it. And there it is. Look, we're dumping sand now. Wild. So just a moment ago, it didn't seem like we were dumping sand into the Ember Twin, but now it definitely looks like we are dumping sand into the Ember Twin. Wow, that's a far cry from what it looked like a moment ago. And you can see all that sand coming down. Oh, look at that. There's actually a bridge here now. Didn't see that a moment ago. I didn't even see this at all, actually. This right here. So can we land on it? This definitely doesn't look... Oh, that looks like I could go right inside or something. Okay, hang on. Okay, this is all of a sudden way more interesting. So that's what's inside? I can probably shoot a probe. let's shoot a scout. Oh, no, it's glass. It's glass. I was thinking I could shoot right through that, but that's actually protected with something. Okay, that doesn't help me too much. Is there an entrance at the bottom here? Aha. Oh, okay, so I have sort of been here with all the punctury things, all the cacti. I mean, that looks like a way up, but that means that I need to fly perfectly. Something tells me I'm not going to be able to go through here because it's literally clogged with these cacti, but maybe I can go through there if I can float through nicely. I don't think I'll make it through here, so my guess is I have to go all the way around and then get sucked up through that side. I hope that works. But before I do that, let me take a look outside, because I bet a lot has been uncovered since then, right? Actually, legit, a lot has been uncovered until then. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. I'm like protected. I'm in the sand. Oh, what is happening? Wait, am I still on the... Whoa, that was weird. What? Did I get pulled up into the sand? Am I getting pulled to the Ember Twin? Oh my god, what is... No. Okay, I was just curious what it looked like on the inside, but apparently I'm moving with the sands. Oh, where am I going? Where have I been thrown? What is happening? Actually, legit, am I in the Ember Twin now? My ship has been thrown as well. Okay, that's... I should probably get to my ship. I should probably get to my ship. That was unexpected. Let's maybe not do that right now. Oh boy, where's the health and the fuel? All right, in the ship, blast off, let's go. Jeez Louise, that was not the best. And where's the Ash Twin now? Is it just like one giant tower? Yeah, look how much is exposed now. That is crazy. There's actually a lot exposed. Wow, so spending time and letting it sort of get rid of its outer shell seems to be pretty important. What if I land right here and take a look at this? Because I haven't really seen this at all. But it seems like I need to do it quickly so I'm not interfered with by other things. Oh, look, it's like a bridge. Okay, I have not seen this before. Oh, what happened to this guy? Who are you? Is that, like, he's not bones. That's actually like a guy. Is that the Namai? Is that what they looked like? What's the deal here? This looks like one of those teleporter or like the white hole station type of thing. So do I need to Oh, do I teleport to the sun station? Is it going to align with the sun station? Usually you just look up and then all of a sudden you teleport. But that would be very, very, very precise. That'd be super precise. What about this side? Oh, there's a conversation. What is this? Oh, I guess you need a scroll. So we actually need to place a scroll there. But that's pretty cool. This really does look like a teleporter. Do they have any scrolls in the scroll case? I don't see any conversations here. Oh, is it the sand again? Oh boy. Where I hear the sand, it's making me nervous. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No. Wait. I wanted to... but I wanted to... Oh boy. Okay. Ah, jeez. Ow. All right. I am pretty sure I'm almost dead. Oh, I'm getting busted with the sand now. Note to self. Sand in sufficient quantities is very dangerous. Holy moly. That was a ride and a half. Well, I'm actually thinking, what happens if I doze off a little bit? So I know that the loop is about 21, 22 minutes, right? So even if I wait like 5 minutes just to advance the, I guess, exposure. How about, what if we wait like 10 minutes? Because that's about halfway through the loop. We'll expose more of the Ash Twin, I guess, interior, I guess, on the surface. And then we'll be able to see a little bit more instead of having to just cruise around and wait, right? So I'm going to wait for 10 minutes, which is about half. All right. So we just hit 10 minutes. We're going to go up as soon as we can. And we're going to check out the Ash Twin. Let's slow down. Wow, look at that. That is so wild. Oh, it's got so many bridges. Very interesting. Wow, that's a big difference. That is a huge difference. So it seems like there's some kind of a bridge, a lot of cacti. Oh, look at this. It's one of these marbles. Oh, nice. We're inside. Excellent. Oh, this is way better. Way better. I like being inside without all that sand. My goodness. I'm guessing the other side's a door as well. Is it lead outside or... It does seem to lead outside. Well, I'm curious. This definitely looks like the Whitehall station or something. So if I look up, I remember it's like when you're properly aligned and whatever it is that you're teleporting to is above you, then you get teleported. I'm curious if I... Ooh, where am I? Where am I? Actually, legit. Where am I? You are here on Timber Hearth? I'm on Timber Hearth? Okay, that I didn't expect. What's the deal here? Return warp status charge. Step on a warp receiver performed to activate return warp. Departure time 7... Okay, so we've kind of seen this before, but I didn't really understand where it was that I was going. So can I teleport back? Wild. I'm curious about that. You know what? I should stay inside. I'm getting pulled up, but it's fine. It's fine because I'm actually inside, so I'm not getting pulled out of this place. Oh, nope. I'm getting pulled out of this place. That's not the best for... Ow. Okay. Well, it seems like the sand lifts me up. Can I, like, place myself in a place, like, underneath the bridge where I cannot get lifted up? Does that make sense? Because then I'll sort of get stuck on the ceiling. You know what I mean? Can I do something like that? I mean, all of these are open in the top, and I didn't realize it could get yanked out. So I'm curious if I can maybe, like, brace myself somewhere like this, like this. Like, what if I were here and then I get sucked up? That doesn't seem bad, right? Or if I were here. So I could be looking up, waiting to get teleported, and then I could dive into here, and then my head would hit the ceiling, and then I wouldn't get, I don't know, tossed out and my whole body broken like it is right now. My body's seriously broken right now. I think the thing is I don't have a scroll, and I'm really curious what happened to this guy. I bet this guy survived because he was going to get yanked up, and then he just hit the bottom of that bridge, and that's why his body was never, like, thrown somewhere. And he didn't really decay, because quite frankly, when it comes to, you know, all the sand and stuff, it really reminds me of mummification, entombing, stuff like that. So I can already hear some sand. So if I were to brace my head against the ceiling, well, actually, that doesn't really do anything for me, right? Because what if I want to go to the teleportation pad? So there's the sand. What if I want to go to the teleportation pad and I need to be there when the sand's going by? I actually don't even know it's going to take me anywhere. The other place took me to freaking Timber Hearth, which is crazy, right? I really hope I can find one that's going to point at the sun station. There's got to be an easier way than what I was trying earlier, right? Okay, if I boost up and chill on the... I don't know if I call it like an aiming receptacle or something like that. Ooh, patch suit puncture. I probably hit the cactus. Man, they like to live dangerously, then am I? They like to live seriously dangerously. Oh, there's like stairs coming around the outside. Where's this going to lead? Maybe onto the aiming receptacle? There it is. Oh! Oh! It's the... Okay, it's this upward teleportation force field thing. Probably going to eject me out of one of the edges, right? Oh, no, it did not. Oh, it's a scroll. Oh, nice. Maybe they've got some info. Pick up the scroll. Head on down. Can't go through the glass, but it can go through here. There it is. And then we can go to the other side. Oh, I knew it. So there is a scroll around here. What do we have? Friends visiting from the Hanging City. We are planning the Ash Twin project at the High Energy Lab on Ember Twin's equator. I became lost on Ember Twin, my gratitude that Raimi found me. but the high energy lab is the building with the large solar panels. I'm surprised I didn't see it. I imagine our otherwise immensely clever Connoy would lose his own head if it weren't anatomically impossible. Well, I mean, I guess the confirmation of the high energy lab having the solar panels is something, because, I mean, all of the stuff that was being exposed on the Ash Twin, they definitely look like solar panels. I mean, look at those things. They're huge, and they sort of irradiate with power and whatnot. Looks like a lot of the Ash Twin is exposed right now, actually, if we're looking down. I really wish I had my ship here. Let's head over to the other side. I doubt it's any different, but maybe. Yeah, my ship's tossed over to the other side. Oh boy, come on. More oxygen. Here's the teleportation to Timber Hearth. We come out the other side. It's like this whole walkway is in line with the equator. Ooh, nice. Look at this. You can actually stick to the walls here. Maybe that's how... Oh, look at that. Conversation. Here's our first delivery. Yarrow, 1 warp core fresh from the Black Hole Forge. Nice, they did it. Root is installing this core sibling on Brittle Hollow as I write this. My gratitude, Clary. With this, the Ash Twin project is underway. I confess I'm deeply curious about what you and Poke found on the White Hole Station that started this project. Could I visit sometime to learn more? I recommend that you do. The White Hole Station is the model for the towers being built for the Ash Twin project, so a visit to the station would be doubly useful. Oh, okay, so that tells me a lot. The fact that the White Hole Station, the way that it works, is a model for this project, so we definitely want to think about it like in the White Hole project, you're standing there, you look up, and when in alignment with another place, then you get teleported, right? I suppose, more precisely, I'd like to visit the White Hole Station with you, Clary. Ooh, do they like each other? I'd be happy to explain our findings. Yarrow, stop using this scroll wall to flirt with my sister. Oh, okay, so they did like each other. In romantic matters, her density rivals in neutron stars. And go meet her on the White Hole Station. Wow, embarrassing. Oh my gosh, super embarrassing. I wish I could wait here for you to arrive, but the forge and my unfinished work there is calling. I'll return with more materials soon. Oh wow, a lot of Nomai flirting going on here. My goodness. That's next level in another lifetime in another species. Well, I'm curious if there's any other reason to be walking on walls. Maybe that's how we stay safe when the sand's trying to move us around. So what if I stand on the wall like this, and there's the sand right there? But it seems like we dodged the sand in this position, so it doesn't seem like I need it. Kind of interesting, there's so many projector stations, or these teleporter pad things on this place. There's like many of them. It's almost like this is like the hub or the center, and every time we go kind of past the aiming reticle, past the sun, it makes me think that one of these is going to point at the sun station. Well, let's see. This is... Oh, this is kind of different, right? Is it taking me up somewhere? Interesting. I wonder what the point is of this. I'm just being pushed against the ceiling. Unless that's a way to get to stay still when you're getting tossed around by the sands of the Ash Twin project. Let's head up those, I guess I'll call it the spiral staircase out here, and hope we don't get yanked off by the sand. Uh-huh. Oh man, more dead. I'm telling you, these have to be the Nomai, right? They've got 3 eyes. Interesting mask and interesting feet, and I have no clue. It really makes me think that when they died, the sands like covered them up, so they're well preserved or something. Ooh, I haven't been there. What's being exposed below me? My goodness. Man, I really wish I had my ship right now. And we're getting awfully close to the sun. We're getting super close to the sun. If I elevate a little bit, can I see anything of note before everything ends? Like, can I go to the solar panels? Is there an entrance so I'm just aware that there is one? Oh, there are entrances. Oh my gosh. And only really fully visible near the end itself. So, oh, what's inside? Where does this guide us? Is this the way to get to the surface? And it ejects us. Aha. I don't know what the purpose of that is. This is where I used to try to land. I guess it's a fast way to elevate yourself, but what does that do for me? I feel like the most interesting parts are the places that were completely hidden, right? Like, you had to have been fully exposed. Ah, that's why it leads me up here, because it's if you were way at the bottom and you needed to get somewhere. Well, there it is. Interesting. I think waiting was a good idea. I don't know what I'm going to do with that information just yet. I didn't see any ship log updated, but I do want to double check to see if there was any new information, because I feel like more was exposed now. And it's kind of interesting too, because in a weird sort of way, the Ember Twin is most exposed in the beginning of the cycle, because the sand hasn't completely covered things yet, right? So maybe there are areas that's difficult to reach on the Ember Twin that you need to wait for the sand to rise before you can get inside. Several large Nomai towers form a ring around Ash Twin's equator. Okay, so it was around the equator. I didn't make that connection before. The White Hole Station was used as a model for these towers, which were built for the Ash Twin project. And then I think what's quite notable is that there's an arrow going from the Ash Twin Tower to the Sun Station. And there's also an Ash Twin Tower going to the White Hole Station. Every Nomai warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. To use a tower, you must be standing on the warp platform during the tower's alignment with its corresponding astral body. The alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. The Ash Twin project was planned at the High Energy Lab, a building with large solar panels on Ember Twin's equator. I don't know if I've actually been there. I can't recall. I should take a look at Ember Twin's equator or crater. If I take a look at Ember Twin, find the High Energy Lab, maybe I'll find out more, because it says that the Ash Twin project was designed there, so they may have some kind of modeling or something like that. That having been said, the High Energy Lab is marked by the solar panels themselves, so I need to go to the Ember Twin, look for the solar panels, and then I'll have a, you know, hopefully I can locate it, right? Stay a little bit elevated in a way and head towards that solar panel funnel, which is going to get covered up with time. Oh, you know what? I guess it didn't really occur to me, but it kind of looks like that's a teleporter, like right next to it. So here's the solar panel, I'll call it. You can see the lab maybe beneath it. And then over here, well, I was going to say that over here there's a teleporter, but it looks like it's just a railing. But I am seeing this power cable, and that makes me think we're going to the High Energy Lab. There's the scout. If I pop that through, does it show me anything? I'm not entirely sure, but if I leave the scout there, it's kind of tracking the location of what I'm assuming is the High Energy Lab. If I head down this way, there's sort of like a power cable from the solar panel going to whatever it's powering. And then I think this is where there was ghost matter that I couldn't really go through. But Sunless City. Yeah, Sunless City. And if I go ahead and I guess retrieve the scout launcher and take a look, it's right in front of me. So I can't really go that way. That leads down to this point, which seems like a death sentence, because once you're down there, then where are you going to go? You're stuck. And if we look at the opposite side, you can see where the sand is. It's trying to dump on the Ember Twin. Oh, there's stairs. I feel like this whole thing is on a timer. Oh, okay. There's a safe way to do it, and I just knocked over the cairn. Oh, boy. Oh, look at this. This door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings from the White Hole Station. This is the High Energy Lab. Oh, my God, we did it. Oh, but it's broken. Oh, my goodness. And they said, Raymond and I will be running this experiment until one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong. So although it's inconvenient, the lab currently can only be accessed by the path from the Sunless City. Inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup, could have enormous consequence. We realize it's an intriguing prospect, but the door must remain closed nonetheless. An update, the High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help or even just to observe, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab. Okay, so that tells me that A, nice. B, gotta get to the Sunless City in order to get into the High Energy Lab, which will tell me something about the Ash Twin project, most likely. There, of course, is the ghost matter. I'm curious. No. I was going to say I'm curious if I can just power my way through and not die. But it's not going to help me because this looks a lot like an exit and not an entrance just by the direction of those, I don't know what they're called, projectors. This is Crash Site Caves. I did go here before, but I'm more interested in the Sunless City than anything else. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know if I've read all these. We found an enormous cavern at the end of this passage that appears promising. I believe we could construct a long-term shelter here. The cavern Melloray found is a wise choice for shelter. Could one of you mark directions for the others to follow? This is the start of the path to the shelter site. I've left directions to guide you there. Of note, we must hurry as the pathway there is filling with sand. There you go. Do not allow yourself to be buried by sand and make sure no one is lost. So it really does feel like we're on a timer here, you know? Oh, wow. What is this? Emergency escape hatch. Oh, I may have popped one of those off before. Keep moving, friends. There's nothing of interest at the end of this passage but rocks. And while these rocks are interesting, they can wait until a less urgent time. Do not follow this tunnel to its end. Calais and I will examine the horror that lies at its terminus later, provided we live through this. Oh, that's not, I guess, confidence-inspiring. Of note, this passage leads to breathable air. Refill your supply tank there. We cannot tell how far or deep these tunnels may wind, but do not linger as the area is exposed to the heat of this alien sun. Well, I'd like to go to the potential long-term place, right? Enormous cavern at the end for a long-term shelter. Let's head down this way. Kind of neat that they left that landmark there at each of the entrances to potential tunnels. Yeah, so let's just try to use our fuel to accelerate through here a little faster. We've got a note for directions, I guess. The path to the shelter site is somewhat convoluted. Follow the instructions ahead closely. To reach the shelter site, walk forward until you meet the sandfall at the pit. Then turn left. Continue to the room filled with rock column formations. Climb upward through the opening. So I need to go forward to meet sandfall, turn left, and then climb upward. So go forward to sandfall. I'm guessing that's sandfall. Turn left. Go forward until I can climb upward. But this looks... maybe... Aha! Here it is. Here it is. Now I'm up. And that leads me this way. And I need to move rapidly. Here we go. Here we go. Be cautious crossing the chasm ahead. The bridge Melloray and I crafted will do its job, but it is not strong. Yeah, it doesn't look too good now. Any way up? Oh, behind the sand. Oh my god. You're doing well. There's only a little farther left to go now until you reach the shelter. You can rest there. Hurry before the sand comes. Okay, up here. I guess I have to go through the sandfall. Through the sandfall. There we are. Excellent. And open the door. Nice. So I'm guessing this is somewhat protected. Oh my goodness. Look at this place. This is their temporary or long-term shelter. And the sand's rising even here. Is this power? Interesting. Anglerfish Overlook District. Stepping Stone District. High Energy Lab Trailhead. Nice! Ice Shrine District. So if I actually tune this up... Did that... I'm curious if that put power, like, reversed the direction by that ghost matter or whatever it is. Here, let's turn them all on. Oh, wow. Legit. So this is Ice Shrine District at the top. This is the high energy lab trailhead. I didn't really see where that was. So if I turn them all off except for the trailhead, where is that? There's got to be one that's powered on, right? Should we build the sun station to power the Ash Twin project? Oh, that's what it's for? I almost cannot comprehend this as being suggested seriously. The purpose of the sun station goes against every standard we hold ourselves to and everything we believe in as a species. If we fail, and the probability of this is not insignificant, we will without question destroy ourselves, all life here, and the rest of this star system. I wish to protect these species. Oh, wow. The potential annihilation of an entire star system is too severe a cost. We should not build the sun station, no matter how badly we want the knowledge that comes with it. Fear of failure is a poor reason not to try. I believe if we are cautious, the sun station will work. I believe in Pi. Okay, I am deeply honored. Idea, I comprehend your position. However, if we aren't all but certain the sun station will not cause destruction once we've built it, then I will not support the station's use. Are there other ways to generate this level of power? Theoretically, yes. Practically, no. I cannot imagine discovering them in our lifetimes. I understand this proposal is unsettling, but the sun station must be built if we hope to complete the Ash Twin project. Unsurprisingly, Idea, I disagree. We're pushing a possible new technology further than ever before. That, in my experience, is the defining characteristic of our species. Okay, so they built the sun station in order to generate a lot of power in order to power the Ash Twin project, which is, I'm assuming, allowing them to teleport to different places, etc., etc. And then also it seems like the probes, in order to find the eye of the universe, they sent their information and data back to the Ash Twin project. So in order to power and maybe fuel the Demise search for the, I guess, the eye of the universe, that was the impetus to build the sun station, is my guess. I'm really, really curious if we can maybe find the trailhead to the Sunless City. And if that is the case, then we might be in a situation where we can maybe... Ooh, what's this? Anglerfish Fossil Overlook. Where maybe we can get to the high energy lab, and then maybe we can understand what it is that we need to do in order to get in on the Ash Twin project, because we know a probe was able to send data back about the location of the Eye of Existence, or Eye of the Universe. There's so many terms out here. This is the Anglerfish Fossil Outlook. This is amazing. Look inside the cave. How did this come to rest here? We haven't encountered others in these caves. I think this is a rare find. From what we can see, Calais and I believe this specimen must be very old indeed. Imagine what we might learn if we could examine it. We both agree it's unlikely this dry planet is this horror's place of origin. Oh, when they say that they found a horror at the end of a cave, maybe they meant the anglerfish. Especially considering what we observed during the vessel's evacuation. Clearly, this hole is too small for it to have fit through. Hypotheses, there is another entrance to this cave. If there is, Calais and I will find it. We cannot leave valuable information undiscovered. An update, we need to find a way inside quickly, Metal Ray, because when I returned here to search for an entrance to the cave, there were children playing on the specimen. Oh, well, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, you know what? That right there is probably the anglerfish bait or knob. I must admit, it's a little unsettling being in this place because I feel like I'm in a rush. Does that make sense? Because the sand is rising, and already I'm losing access to different places as the sand rises. So, like, I can't power certain places now because I don't have access to those switches, which is unfortunate. I have to admit, out of all of the music in this game, this has to be one of my favorite. I feel like there's a certain dire urgency to it. A sad melancholy. It's this really, really, really beautiful mix of everything. Yeah, it looks like I've lost access to a lot here. Okay, so my plan is I'm going to go to the Ember Twin. I'm going to get back in there as soon as possible. So basically go to the crash site caves and try to get in there, and maybe I can find the trailhead to the Sunless City as the priority, right? Nice to find out more about, you know, everyone else's I guess, the different districts and stuff like that. But I mean, I feel like if we can get there, we can connect more dots. And the last episode we connected, I feel like a lot of dots. So I'd like to keep up that momentum if we can. And go. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Nice. Okay. Was not flawless, but we made it. We made it. Now I want to concentrate and focus specifically. There it is, while it's still available. I'm actually going to turn on, yeah, this one right here. I heard that, but I don't know what it lit up. High energy lab trailhead. Is it below? Below, right there, right there. That's the trailhead. Okay, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Right down here. What is this? Because this is going to disappear, right? So we elevate. So it's below us is what it is. That's got to be the trailhead. So let's just get to the top right here. So we're at the top of the stairs. And let's follow it. Sunless City. Sunless City. It's probably not this, but I want to check. Oh, there's more. There's stairs. What's this? We're being in the fossil fish cave to play the game. If you're too big to climb through the anglerfish overlook hole, you'll have to go the long way, but it isn't far. Go to Stepping Stone Cave and up into the fossil fish cave. I tried to get the fossil fish through Stepping Stone Cave, but I couldn't find the entrance. Where is it? Remember to feed the fossil fish first. If you go to the anglerfish overlook and throw a light into his mouth, he'll show you the way. Taggart cannot fit through the anglerfish overlook hole anymore because he grew bigger. He's taller than Levy now. Who cares? Ilex is still tallest. I'm sure that's interesting, but I don't have an interest in the anglerfish right now. Oh, what's that? Interesting. What have I done? I'm inside now. Huh. I don't think I've ever been in a situation like that before. Oh, I'm dying. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ooh, that's horrible. Here's the switch. This is the high energy lab trailhead. I want to go to the high energy lab. It's lighting up down below, so let's go. And there is... Oh, look! High energy lab. Oh my god. So apparently I wasn't getting here fast enough, actually. Wait, if this is the way to the... You know what? I think I'm in the Sunless City. I was trying to find it so I could find the trailhead, but actually, I'm going to the high energy lab right now. Okay, so obviously it's got a lot of energy. It's powering everything. We're just going to follow this cable because the high energy lab had a cable coming from it. And here... Oh, how the heck... How am I going to... Well... I don't really see a place I can go around the sand, right? Like if I try to... Ow! Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Well, I'm getting stuck. I mean, it is gonna rise. So eventually I can walk on the sand, but is that gonna... Yeah, I don't know if there's a way around that. Because if you think about it, this is gonna keep pushing me down. This is coming up. I need to just walk through the sand. And if I'm in the air, it's going to push me down like this. So, yeah, that doesn't... It doesn't help. I think I have to wait for that to rise before I can get across. I have to admit, getting here was a bit of a trip because I was going as quickly as I could. And then when I got here, I guess my timing of getting here was even better because it looks like we saw an entire door that I didn't see before. I thought the stairs going up was actually the way to the high energy lab, but it seems like it was covered by the time I got to it last time. So but now I got here so quickly, I have to wait anyway. So this is a really weird situation, but I want to go as soon as I'm clear because there's not going to be much time. How about now? Now. Suit puncture, go. Oh boy. Oxygen has been depleted. Almost depleted. Not quite yet. Oh, there's a place where we're losing... We can't follow the cable. I assume I have to go to the side here. There it is. And we pick it up again. Can't go that way, so probably have to do something similar. There it is. And now, where is it taking us? We hit the top. Oh, I can't go through there. That's pushing down. Where am I now? Is this like a... It's like a bridge? I'm like on the inside of some kind of a structural bridge. Wild. Oh boy. Okay, so I have to jump to that, I assume. And then maybe that'll take me up. And so much has been broken. Oh, no, 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 no. Please don't. Oh, thank God. I don't want to do that all over again. Ah, trees. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, where are we now? Where are we now? Remove warp core? Remove warp... Oh, I don't want to mess with any warp cores. Are you kidding me? What's the deal? This is a huge door. Oh, wow. Look at this. What does that do? Launch your scout. I have no idea what that is. Oh, I think I made it. Records show Nomai arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow very slightly before departing from the White Hole station. Raimi and I are devising an experiment to test if this is a real phenomenon or simple machine error. In theory, what we want to try to reproduce is a negative amount of time elapsing between something entering the black hole and exiting the white hole at its destination. Initial things first, our experiment setup will first pair a small black hole core with a small white hole core to mimic the setup on the white hole station. Hypothesis: it is possible for an object to exit a white hole before entering the corresponding black hole. And I see that there are more scrolls right here, or at least one scroll, so let's yank this one out. That's their experiment they're going to run. And we'll place this right here. An update. Our experiment here reproduced the anomaly in arrival and departure times, but Pi is unconvinced it is more than an equipment error. I hope to strengthen the effect to render it visible to the unaided eyes. To that end, we've decided to try adding more energy. I imagine the Sunless City's energy supply should prove sufficient. Of note, Raimi, Yarrow requests we let him know before we reroute energy to the experiment. I'd hate to leave him in the dark. Ooh. All available energy has been rerouted from the city to our experiment. Raimi and I are about to run a new test. Hypothesis confirmed. Hypothesis confirmed. I saw it. Pi saw it. Hypothesis confirmed. This is beyond extraordinary. This changes everything. What a beautiful day for the intersection of abstract theory and practical application. It's going to be interesting. Is there a way that they kind of endlessly allowed them to go back in time, and that is what the time loop is? They basically had us teleport over and over and over in fast succession in order to go backwards. I don't know. What does this do? I didn't break anything, did I? Here, let's go upstairs. Ooh, so many conversations. The Southern Observatory is asking if creating a 22-minute interval is possible. Oh! The time loop is 22 minutes. That's what they did. That is to have something arrive 22 minutes before it is actually sent through the warp. We've learned the negative interval of time between departure and arrival can be increased by adding more energy to the warp core. Problematically, the energy required to extend the interval increases at an exponential rate. Hypothesis: creating a 22-minute long interval is possible, but we are currently unable to generate the necessary energy, hence the sun station. Oh my god. Raimi and I believe it would be necessary to invent a new method of producing energy, a thrilling but enormous undertaking. We would also require advanced warp technology able to handle such energy. We would also likely need an enormous space to fit these proposed new energy and warp technologies together. The only location large enough would be the Ash Twin. The energy is currently unavailable, you say. You are a gas, Pi. My pun was unintended, Raimi, so I believe it's you who's Aeriform. Alright, so I want to see, I think they had another scroll right here, right? Yeah, they did. These are like the most enlightening parts, I feel, these conversations. The Ash Twin project will be one of our biggest undertakings metaphorically and physically. To build it, we need a way to travel quickly between the Ash Twin and each location that holds crucial project materials. What if we used warp towers, like the one we have on the Whitehole station, to connect the Ash Twin directly to each critical location, so it is like a hub? Of note, each tower on Ash Twin will warp to a different planet. My gratitude to those who noted my imprecise language. Yes, the sun is not a planet. I believe this has been sufficiently clarified. Kindly stop reminding me. Oh, it's like YouTube comments. We can design each tower to visually reflect its warp destination. The Giant's Deep Tower, for instance, could resemble a cyclone, and we could model the Timber Hearth Tower after a geyser mountain. Okay, Root and I can begin work on this immediately in the Black Hole Forge. This will keep us busy. So they had to make a bunch of warp cores in order... Oh, these are the designs. These must be the designs. So this is the Ash Twin Project Tower right here. So if I want to get into the Ash Twin Project, I'm going to have to get into this tower specifically, the one with the bridge in the middle and the duality. Out here we've got... This is the Cyclone. This is Giant's Deep right here. I'm not too familiar with this one. What about the Black Hole Forge? Did they mention? We could model the Timber Hearth Tower after a geyser mountain. Well, that's a Cyclone. I'm guessing a geyser mountain is this right here. This is probably Timber Hearth right here. That makes sense. I wish they listed the other ones. What else is up ahead? Do they have anything else up here? I'm guessing this is how you get out. Yep, this is the door that they broke. They basically locked themselves off, right? And let's head downstairs. I did see that we could grab warp cores and stuff like that. Like this. Remove the warp core. Insert the warp core. Insert the warp core. Remove a warp core. Oh, this is very specific. I noticed that there's like a black and a white one. So we could... Like this is a white hole. And a black hole. What in the world? Initial thing for our experiment. Set up a first pair of small black hole core with a small white hole core. Small black hole core with a small white hole core. That's a black hole core. So if we grab this, so we have the black hole and we have the small white hole core. Can I shoot the scout through it? Oh. That's why they open up the... Huh. Black hole to white hole. I can't go in the opposite direction. Seems to repulse. Like if I select this one specifically. No, they look about the same. So it's pretty much you have to have a black hole and white hole together in order to get the effect. Now if I grab and I shoot through left to right, I won't be able to do it, right? Oh, weird. Error duplicate. Interesting. That's very much like the Dark Bramble, right? It literally said error duplicate. I think when it says error duplicate, it's because it's messing with the time. Let's take a look at the scout as it goes from right to left. It's coming out kind of at the same time as it's going in. Does that make sense? Like this? Like that, right? It would be really... Oh, the sand's rising. Oh, crap. I have a feeling when I shot it earlier, it went through and then it came out, but it went through and disappeared and then came out. Does that make sense? Versus shooting it through and while it's entering, it's also coming out. Like there's a small difference there, but I guess this is now over. I'm curious what that tells me about the design of the Ash Twin project, though. I'm guessing with the Ash Twin project, that just means that if we're into those towers and we're teleporting around, depending on where we're teleporting to, maybe we're arriving, like we're messing with the time at all. I mean, this is all very interesting, but I'll be perfectly honest. I might have missed some of the point here. Well, I'll tell you what. I would like to try to teleport in a tower somewhat. So I'm going to reset the loop one more time. And if there's any place, let's just, I'm going to get in, I'm going to sleep, doze off for like 5 in-game minutes, head over to the Ash Twin. That'll have exposed tower. We'll get into a tower and we'll try to, maybe I'll just stay on the teleportation pad and wait to teleport and see if that we can actually get the teleportation to happen. Okay, so this one's starting to poke out. So let's go into this one. This is the one that we're going to go to first. There we go. There we go. So we want to go in this one. Oh, this place. Well, I can kind of walk right now. I don't have to fly. I can kind of walk. Oh boy. Oh my god, that's not working. I do have to fly. Okay. Oh my god, this is not quite what I had in mind. All right. Oh boy. Come on. Oh my god, I did it. Wow, that was... At first I was like, it's kind of good that I waited because then I can walk on the sand, but the sand was going away so quickly. Oh my god, I actually made it in here. I have never been in here before. Oh, look. Temporary shortcut, at least for now. Well, I suppose I could return to my ship just in case something bad happens. Now that I've opened up the shortcut, I could go to the ship and like heal first. Let me do that really quickly. That was the most brute force, pseudo delicate thing I've ever done. Okay, now we have more fuel, we have more oxygen, and we are not about to die. So let's see. Does it tell us what this is? I'm always a little confused by those. I guess I'll stand here and see if I can... Oh, the sand, please sand, don't take me away. Oh, it's covered by glass. Perfect, perfect. So this one's actually protected. Some of the other ones, the glass seems to be broken or something like that. So the sand just totally yanks us right off the platform. But this one, I guess we'll find out where this one's going. Each of the towers is designated and designed in a different way based off of the destination for where we're going to get teleported to. So hopefully... Is that the sun station? Oh boy. Where am I? Where am I? Well, these we walk on. These are the mosaics, right? Legit, where am I? 281,042 years ago, no user commands received for 10 minutes. All systems entering sleep. Wow, that's a long time. 8 minutes, 17 seconds ago, increased solar activity detected. Sun station hull integrity approaching critical level. Oh my god, we're on the sun station. Closing emergency doors. Critical levels. I'm guessing that's when it goes, well, it goes critical. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. We are, okay, careful, careful, careful. Don't waste the opportunity. Don't waste. Here, land on the mosaic if you can. Land on the mosaic. Come on. Please. No, 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 no. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on, guy. Yes! High five! Oh my god, we made it. So this is what they created in order to get enough power. I feel like this is the Nomai mask here that they wear. It's like their exploratory helmet or something. It's very like Aztecan. There's so many of these things here. Mission science compels us to explode the sun. Oh, what? Do what? Can't we change this? I do not enjoy working in view of such a morbid mission statement. But it is accurate. We're going to create a supernova for the purpose of scientific progress. That is our mission. So they did this. Oh, crap. Our mission is to decide if such an irresponsible feat is even possible. Here is a better one. Mission. Determine if it is possible to prompt the sun to explode. You lack a sense of humor. At least I do not lack a sense of ethics. Kindly refrain from going supernova on me before the sun does, Adea. So what we are stuck in is of their making. Is this all in the pursuit of the Eye of the Universe? They found it. They found the Eye of the Universe. So, man, I'm really curious what happened. Oh, and they've got one of those faces before I head there. This is wild. How did they prompt the supernova, or how did they influence the supernova, let's say, to occur based off of this station? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all that there is here. That one conversation. I don't see any other scrolls. That's how we got here. Let's head down. Oh, no, there's more. There's more. Star has reached end of natural life cycle. Now approaching red giant stage. Warning. Evacuate Sun Station. Approximate time until Sun Station is destroyed by expanding stars. 52 seconds. Approximate time until star's death. 12 minutes, 22 seconds. Oh, does this actually update every time I look at it? 12 minutes, 20 seconds. 12 minutes, 17 seconds. It's a big countdown. Wow. Wow. Projection stone of the Ash Twin projection stone. So this will allow us to see in the Ash Twin. Oh, this is the Ash Twin? I'm still so curious which ones are powered up and which ones are not, and what that means. Does that mean that if these are Nomai, these represent different Nomai, maybe this means that different people are looking at this space, or they're still alive, or something like that? Here, let's take that and then stick it in the conversation wall. I'll call it that, I guess. What do we have? What happened? Did the Sun Station not fire? Oh, what is happening? No. 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 I wanted to read that. Oh, that is frustrating. I will admit that's really frustrating. That is really frustrating. So basically I have to make a beeline for that tower, know exactly where I'm going, and get there as soon as possible just to read the conversation. Oh my goodness. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But I've been so interested in the Sun Station since like the second episode, I feel. And we finally get there. And then I get ripped away. I get ripped away. All right, let's go. Obviously, there's still the rumors that we can take a look at as well, but my goodness. Ow. Holy moly. Last time was a lot better. Oh boy. Am I dead? Vitals. Gosh darn it. No. I guess if I get there right when it's being exposed, I can kind of stand on the sand and not like get a little bit further before I die. It's okay. It's okay. Just slow your roll. This is the last thing you're doing, and you will be able to read that conversation before you know it. Before you know it. Fight the urge to rush despite the fact you're on a timer. Fight the urge to rush, and it will work out. You just need to be patient. No matter what's happening in real life, you need to be patient, and you will get there. And in fact, you'll get there faster if you're patient. And that means sitting and watching the sand disappear second by second. So I'm going to head in here as soon as I can and head to the right, because it gets me a little bit further with the cacti before they're emerging from like this, right? Before they emerge. And I can avoid suit punctures. Oh boy. I can't. There it is. Oh my god, that's so much easier. Ow. That's so much easier. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. All right, let's stand right here. I guess just in case, I'm going to open this for later. Stand right here and hope we will have as much time as possible. I think that's literally the soonest we can get to the Sun Station. We'll have the most time possible to read stuff. I just need to realize I need to float across. I need to get inside to the main module, I suppose. We can actually take a look at the supernova countdown clock, I guess if you want to call it that, and see how much time is available. I am curious. I got burned by something, it seemed like I was getting roasted by the sun or something. Okay, so we made it across. Excellent. We need to hop up on the wall. We need to invert, head across this way. 6 minutes 32 seconds ago, increased solar activity detected. Sun station hull integrity approaching critical levels. Okay. Closing emergency door. Pop the hatch. We're gonna head right across. Come on. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful. We already saw what's up there. We're gonna head down immediately. First thing we do. First thing we do. To the right is the countdown clock. I'm gonna call it that. Star has reached end of natural life cycle. Approximate time until sun station is destroyed, 4 minutes 29 seconds. Star death 15 minutes 59 seconds. We have 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Let's go ahead and grab the projection stone. Interesting. Look at that. Look at that. I'm guessing that's the demise, the depiction of the demise face underneath their mask or their helmet, right? So where was that stone again? Here. There's a projection stone. And what do we have? Okay, let's try this again. You have under 4 minutes. Did the sun station not fire? It fired, Yarrow, but it failed. The sun barely responded. There were infinitesimally small surface level changes, but they were barely visible even to the third eye. The sun station is useless. It will never and could never cause the sun to explode. I don't know what comes next, my friends. I suppose we must start over, but I'm unsure how to start over. Hi, I hurt for you, my friends. We all know how hard you've both worked. I can only offer my compassion. How are you? How is Idea? We're well, Yarrow, or as well as can be expected given the circumstances, though disappointed. I may have disagreed with exploding the sun, but I never wished the device would fail. I'd hoped our terrible work was finished. Return to Ash Twin first, my friend. Perhaps a change of task would help. Spire noticed a comet approaching this star system that we would like to investigate. Interesting. So they were trying to cause a supernova. They were trying to cause a supernova. But they felt they were unable to do so. So what is causing the supernova? That's what I want to know. That is curious. If I head over to the opposite side, does that lead anywhere else? I better try now. I don't think it did. I have to try now, otherwise this place is going to come apart soon, right? All right, contact. There's the teleportation. Well, they said head to the Ash Twin. I don't see anything else here, so let's head to the Ash Twin. I'm curious, since we just got here, is there a way for us to get to like another tower, right? This one is specifically I think the Ash Twin tower, right? Because this is the one with the bridge in the middle and the two towers. So do I have to align with the Ash Twin? Actually, if I align with the Ash Twin, aren't I going to get dumped on by sand? And I know there isn't glass up there because I've gone yanked out of here already. I need to brace against something. There's a ceiling right here. So what I could do is be here. And then hopefully... And I'll just use a downward thrust while I'm in here. And then I'll step out on the teleportation. Because the idea is I want to align with the Ash Twin. So here comes the sand. I can hear it. I'm going to use downward thrust to stay in place. There's ready, and go. Oh, I did it. Where am I? Legit, where am I? Oh, this is the Ash Twin project. 10 minutes 36 seconds ago, received data from previous cycles. They know about the cycles. Masks receiving data from probe tracking module. Giant's Deep memory statue. Timberhearth memory statue. So those masks are holding the memories of the previous cycles with this time loop. Otherwise, they wouldn't even be aware of what was happening before. So the data from those Nomai head statues, when we see the flashes of the things that we did before in the previous loop, it's recording that data, I think is what that is, right? 12 minutes until end of cycle transmission. Okay, so I'm guessing these are those modules. This one's broken. Maybe this is from the Dark Bramble. Okay, let's head to a different one. Oh, no, stick to the... Do not go inside. I do not want to... Oh, I guess head out this way. My bad. Oh, there are conversations. Yes. In theory, the Eye of the Universe data's here. Today we finished the excavation of Ash Twin. Here in this space we carved, we will craft our most ambitious project yet. The Ash Twin project, powerful enough to send information back in time. There it is. We've also finished relocating all subterranean plants we met while digging. We'll need to keep our eyes on how significantly we've altered the environment here. How far we've come since our experiments at the High Energy Lab. I still can hardly believe Raimi's hypothesis was true. Poke just sent the warp core for the final tower to us from the Black Hole Forge. Now Ash Twin can be connected with Giant's Deep, where Cassava is working with Avens to craft the orbital probe cannon, and where Phlox is sculpting the memory statues. Hypothesis. It was not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last to be forged. Hypothesis. The cores could have been forged faster if Cassava had interrupted my work less frequently to ask for updates. Well, the important point is we are all connected through Ash Twin now, and also that I am no longer needed for mediating your disagreements. Our friends on Giant's Deep tested the orbital probe cannon today. Mallow tells me the cannon is doing well, and that Avens advocates for more launch power. If anyone can coax the maximum power from a device, Avens can. But then if anyone can goad a device into exploding, that too is likely Avens. Perhaps I should check in with the orbital probe cannon crew in the interest of safety. Would it help to remind Avens that Mallow, his love, will be one of the Nomai aboard the cannon? Or is Mallow part of the problem? Phlox and Daz finished the memory statues today, and they are truly remarkable. When the Ash Twin project succeeds or in the event it fails, the memory statues will activate, allowing us to gather more data before we shut down the project. Pi and Adea have worked hard on the Sun Station, and it at last is complete. If everything goes as planned, this structure will prompt the Sun's explosion, which will in turn supply the power the Ash Twin project requires. I'm impressed by their mental fortitude. This was the project's most difficult task, in more ways than one. We're nearly ready to activate the Ash Twin project. Here is what will happen. First, the Sun Station will receive the order to fire at the Sun, prompting it to explode. Using the energy from the resulting supernova, the Ash Twin project will send the order for the orbital probe cannon to fire back in time by 22 minutes. Exactly 22 minutes after these orders are received, the Sun Station will again trigger the supernova to send the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. In total, each cycle created by the Ash Twin project will last precisely 22 minutes. We can end this cycle at will. These words are difficult to write. The Sun Station did not work. Suppose we redesign the Sun Station. To generate power of that magnitude, a supernova is still our only viable option. I believe we can still find a way to create a supernova, my friend. Do not lose hope. This is easier expressed than accomplished. You can wait for the sun to explode on its natural timeline if you prefer, Adea, but you will need to find some way to halt our aging process. However, this is the closest we have ever been. The Ash Twin project is theoretically sound. We were only unable to power it. Perhaps there is another way. We are halting our research and creating a supernova for this moment. A comet has newly arrived in this solar system and we are anxious to explore it. It's been a very long time since we last explored somewhere new, so we are excited to welcome this comet. Imagine what knowledge might be gained there. Oh man. Oh my god, there's so many stones. Look at this. So just to double check, so there's like 2 stones here. What do we have? Brittle hollow projection. I have good news, Yarrow. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed in the central chamber of Ash Twin. I am intrigued, love. Everyone here working on the Ash Twin project is excited to see it. Pi is beside herself with joy. No, it isn't. Is everything well at the forge? The core's durability could still be improved. I need more time. Ignore her, Yarrow. The core is finished, and if my sister tells you otherwise, then she will be finished as well. Don't worry, love. Poke is only nervous. The core is extraordinary, and her design work is beautifully clever. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Almost like Poke knew something, and we're ignoring it. Timber Hearth projection. My gratitude for the latest shipment. Oh no. This ore should be the last we'll need for the Ash Twin project. Once we finish the shell that seals off the central chamber, we will check to ensure there are no longer any physical entrances. Raimi and I will be checking the interior and then the exterior for cracks. Our final safety check. This is exciting news. Can I offer an extra set of eyes for this final check? Specifically mine. If my work here is complete, I would be delighted to help. We would be grateful if you would. The more eyes, the better, as the smallest flaw or opening in the shell that protects the Ash Twin project could lead to disaster. I guess it's like integrity of all of the memories. Like if they lost the memories, then everything would be for naught. Giant's Deep. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin project, Phlox. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I am being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. Well, ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds. As a safety measure, however, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Oh, that sounds very prophetic. God, there's so much info here. Let's not charge these yet. What is this? Artificial gravity control. Oh, do I want to turn that off? No, right? It's off now. Oh, I guess if I want to go to the other area, if I power like this, what's that do? Oh boy, oh boy. I lost gravity control. One second. Hold up. No. I really don't want to lose out on opportunities here. Come on, small movement. There it is. Oh my goodness. Okay. And send that up. Oh, that opened like a core or something. What's this say? You are about to access the core while the Ash Twin project is active. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin project. Oh, that's to stop the time loop, right? Okay, that's not great. Well, let's bring this up. And then I guess to get there, that's when we would need to disable the gravity. There it is. And then we'll float in. Come on. Ah, so inside is a black hole and a white hole. See, I'm torn. I don't necessarily want to remove it. What about the Eye of the Universe? I think just because I'm really curious, I am going to do it. But oh boy. Remove it. Go. Oh, wow. It's both of them together. This is the advanced core. So I just cut off the core. So does that mean that when the supernova goes off, then it will know... I stop the time loop? 50% fuel remaining. Man, that would be really weird if I did reset time loop right now and then we see what happens from there. Okay, I've just teleported with the advanced core. That's probably not good now, is it? That's probably not good. Well, what should I... What have I done? Oh no. Tell you what, I'm gonna go to our ship. There's the music, but it sounds a little different. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get to the ship if I can. It's gonna drive me right down to the... Yeah. And if I can, maybe I can read the logs, right? I'm literally carrying the most advanced warp core in my hand. And I broke everything. Oh my god. Sorry, there's the ship, there's the ship. Get in, buddy, get in. The music's so different. The music's really different. Wow. Okay, I definitely want to read that, but let's take off. God, this music's so pretty. I'm gonna head to Timber Hearth. I just want a little distance. Oh, that's Brittle Hollow. I was like, I never noticed there's a black hole inside a Timber Hearth. This is honestly fine. I guess I never really stopped to see the sun explode. Sounds like it's happening now, right? Might as well do it while I'm holding the most advanced data core known to our kind. Wow. So since I took out the core, in theory, it won't loop anymore, I think. So you notice the statue, "You are dead." Interesting. Interesting. Wow. Wow, that kind of feels like pulling the plug on life support or something like that. I mean, obviously, there are things I still want to look at, so I may have to redo some things, but... Man, that's kind of nuts. That's kind of nuts. I don't think I have the whole story yet. I am curious, if I go past all of the credits, do we loop again, or do we start from load previous save? I think load previous save is before I yank the core, right? So, in theory, I still have the code and everything like that. Like, I can enter the launch code, and in theory, I'm curious if the ship log updated. So if I head inside, can I look at the log? Or have I not acquired that yet? So rumor mode, Ash Twin project. Okay, so this is what I was looking at, right? Yeah. The Sun Station did not work. Although the Ash Twin project was theoretically sound, the Nomai were unable to power it. There was an advanced warp core inside the protective casing at the center of the planet. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin project, which is what I did. High energy lab. The Nomai successfully reproduced the temporal anomaly first observed at the White Hole Station. Warped objects appear to arrive before they depart. That we saw a little bit of. The Namai discovered they could increase the negative time interval between arrival and departure by adding energy to the warp cores. The Namai wanted to know if a 22-minute negative time interval was possible. They concluded it would require new technology to produce the necessary energy as well as an advanced warp core to handle those energies. Ash Twin was proposed as a location for the project. Designs for each of the towers on Ash Twin's equator. Each tower warps to a different planet. Although many Namai were quick to note that the sun is not actually a planet, each tower was designed to visually reflect its warp destination. The towers allowed the Namai to quickly travel between Ash Twin and all other locations crucial to the Ash Twin project. The sun station was designed to make the sun go supernova. The Namai fired the sun station, but it had no effect on the sun. They concluded that the sun station could never cause the sun to go supernova. After the failure of the sun station, the Namai took a break to investigate the newly arrived comet. According to a Namai computer, our sun has reached the end of its natural life cycle. Oh, so the sun station was a failure. It was unable to make the sun go supernova. But we have 4 eyes. So I have 4 eyes on Timber Hearth. We are many, many generations afterwards. We don't even remember the Namai for the most part. So through many generations, the sun has finally it's going supernova, but it's going supernova at the end of its natural life cycle. So the Namai could never see the result to power the Ash Twin project, but we are experiencing it because that was the power source necessary in order to get the Ash Twin project to start time looping. Is what I'm getting out of that. Is that right? That's wild if that's the case. How far was that? Like thousands of years? The Sunless City. A Namai city built into the walls of a huge underground cavern. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. The Namai debated building a sun station in order to power the Ash Twin project. Several Namai opposed its construction, arguing that failure could result in the destruction of the solar system. And we have the Black Hole Forge. The Black Hole Forge is suspended below the Hanging City. I found a switch in the Meltwater district that raises and lowers the forge. The Black Hole Forge district is the highest district in the Hanging City. A Namai named Poke planned to create a new advanced warp core in the Black Hole Forge. The Namai crafted warp cores at the Black Hole Forge before delivering them to Ash Twin. I guess, wow. I mean, I realize I haven't looked at everything yet, and I still want to understand the Eye of the Universe, right? The probe located a deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the Eye of the Universe. So I still want to find that. So I think that's, at least as far as what things to do in game, that's something I really want to find out. Like, what does that mean? Do we have a way of learning more about the Eye of the Universe? Did the Namai ever learn more about the Eye of the Universe? Did they ever accomplish that task? Because it says, I found Namai coordinates marking the location of the Eye of the Universe. So I still want to check that out. That might have to do with the probe cannon module or something like that. But man, that's wild. That's wild. We made a lot of progress. I have to admit, it was a little frustrating at times just trying to figure out what to do. But really, really cool stuff. Very, very nice indeed. Bunnies, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. We did quite a lot. I have to admit, I feel a little mixed. I kind of ended our run or our life before we've learned a lot of stuff. So it's kind of nice that the game is designed such that they're able to load to a save prior to me pulling that core. But I can definitely understand if you've been going in an endless loop forever and you're essentially immortal at that point, you probably would want things to end at some point. You know, I mean, just mortality is in its own way some kind of a gift, you know. So there is a beginning, there is an end. So I think it's kind of a cool thing, and I love the music. I think the build up with all of the layers on it, everything is just gorgeous. That's like one of the best parts of that whole ending sequence there. So I don't think I'm done with the game yet, but I'm really, really glad to at least understand a little more about why we're in the loop that we are in, what the Namai were trying to accomplish, and what they had to go through in order to make that all happen, and all of the internal arguments and discussions that they had in order to even chase such a dream. So I think it's really, really cool. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. If you did, please feel free to like, share, or comment down below. It helps us a great deal. I had a total blast. I hope you did as well. And I can't wait to get into the next one with you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.